Have you ever discovered something that just felt right? Like it was made for you? Today, we're diving into the enchanting story of an 11-year-old girl named Miriam, whose life was changed forever by the sound of a single note. This is a tale about passion, courage, and finding your own unique voice in a world full of noise. Miriam was a bright-eyed, cheerful girl, the kind whose smile could light up a room. But her true passion wasn't found on the playground or in a classroom. It was hidden away in a small corner of her house, in a music room her father had lovingly set up for her. There, in the center of the room, stood her greatest treasure, a cello. For those of you who haven't heard of it, the cello is a beautiful wooden instrument. Its tone is warm and deep, resonating with a sound that feels like the steady, comforting beat of a heart. Miriam's first encounter with this magical instrument was at a school cultural day. While all the other kids were clamoring around the loud drums and high-pitched flutes, something else caught Miriam's eye. It was the soft, inviting glow of the cello, sitting quietly in a corner, waiting to be discovered. A kind musician noticed her interest and invited her to try it. As Miriam plucked a single string, a deep, resonant note filled the air. In that instant, something incredible happened. It was more than just a sound. It was a feeling, a spark of magic that resonated deep within her soul. From that very moment, she knew. She had to learn to play the cello. When she told her parents, they were a little surprised. The cello wasn't exactly a popular instrument like the piano or guitar. It was rare, and they knew it would demand a great deal of patience and dedication to master. But they saw the unwavering fire in Miriam's eyes. Her determination was a force of nature, stronger than any of their doubts. So they supported her dream, and soon the gentle sounds of the cello filled their home every afternoon. Every day, as soon as her homework was done, Miriam would retreat to her music room. She spent hours with her beloved instrument, her small fingers tracing the wooden body and learning the intricate patterns on the strings. It wasn't easy. There were days of frustration when the notes wouldn't come out right and the melodies sounded clumsy. But Miriam never gave up. She was patient, coaxing the music from the strings, learning its language, and slowly, beautifully making it her own. The cello became an extension of herself, a way to express the feelings she couldn't put into words. One morning at school, her teacher made an exciting announcement. The annual school talent show was just a few weeks away. The idea of performing in front of everyone sent a wave of nervousness through Miriam. Her stomach did flips, and her hands felt clammy just thinking about it. Standing on a stage, with all those eyes on her, it was terrifying. But deep down, beneath the fear, was a quiet, persistent longing. She wanted to share the beautiful, soul-stirring sound that she had fallen in love with. She wanted everyone to hear the magic of the cello. For a whole week, Miriam wrestled with her decision. She imagined herself on stage, the bright lights, the silent audience. Could she do it? Was she brave enough? Finally, taking a deep breath, she walked up to the sign-up sheet and wrote her name down. There was no turning back now. The days leading up to the show were a whirlwind of practice and nerves. Miriam poured all her energy into perfecting her piece. She played until her fingertips were sore, until the melody was as natural to her as breathing. Her family cheered her on, their encouragement a constant source of strength. Her father would listen from the doorway, a proud smile on his face, while her mother would bring her snacks, reminding her to rest. Finally, the day of the talent show arrived. The school auditorium was buzzing with excitement. Backstage was a chaotic mix of performers tuning guitars, practicing dance moves, and reciting lines. Miriam stood in a quiet corner, her cello held tightly in her hands. They felt cold and trembled slightly. Her heart was pounding against her ribs, so hard, she was sure everyone could hear it. She watched as other students went on stage, one by one. She heard the cheers, the laughter, and the applause. With each act, her turn grew closer and her anxiety grew stronger. What if I mess up? She whispered to herself. What if they don't like it? The doubts that she had pushed away came rushing back. Just as she was about to let the fear win, she felt a gentle hand on her shoulder. It was her music teacher. Just remember why you started, Miriam, he said softly. Share what you love. His words echoed in her mind as her name was called. Taking a shaky breath, she walked out from behind the curtain and into the spotlight. The warm light was blinding at first, and the sea of faces in the audience seemed to stretch on forever. For a moment, her fear returned, threatening to swallow her whole. But then she saw them. In the front row, her parents were beaming, their faces filled with so much love and pride that it felt like a warm hug from across the room. That was all she needed. Suddenly, the fear melted away, replaced by a calm sense of purpose. She sat down, adjusted her challow, and closed her eyes, shutting out the audience, the lights, and everything else. It was just her and her instrument. She took one last deep breath and began to play. The first note hung in the air, soft and pure. Then another followed, and another, weaving together into a beautiful, gentle melody. The music drifted through the silent hall like a soft evening breeze, wrapping the audience in its warm embrace. It wasn't a flashy performance with fancy tricks. It was simple, honest, and filled with emotion. It was Miriam's heart translated into music. She poured all her love, her dedication, and her dreams into those notes. When the final note faded into silence, the hall was completely still for a heartbeat. Miriam opened her eyes, her heart fluttering. And then it happened. The silence was broken by a single clap, then another and another, until the entire room erupted in thunderous applause. The sound was overwhelming, a wave of warmth and appreciation that washed over her. She looked out at the crowd and saw people smiling, some with tears in their eyes. They had felt it. They had understood. As she took a bow, a huge smile spreading across her face, Miriam's heart soared higher than it ever had before. In that moment, she realized something profound. The challow wasn't just a piece of wood with strings, it was her voice. It was her way of connecting with the world. It was her dream, brought to life through her own two hands. And it was a gift, a beautiful gift that she now knew she was meant to share. That night, Miriam didn't just win a talent show. She found her true self. Thank you so much for joining me for this beautiful story today. Doesn't it just inspire you to find your own challow? Let me know in the comments what passion you would share with the world if you had the chance. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. See you next time.